Scorpio, welcome to Virgo season. I am Natalie Neumann and I'm an artist and tarot card practitioner and general mystic interested living in Vienna, Austria. And this is your reading for this month, for September. But we also start in August, at the end of August, because this is where we're at the moment and this is where Virgo season starts. So, we have a fly in the room. This is a joke, right? Anyway, Scorpio, things are not moving as smoothly as you want to. There are health issues for some of you. There's annoying stuff going on. You feel a bit inhibited in your freedom. Things are generally not moving as smoothly as you want to. That at least at the start of Virgo season. You normally love the kind of strictness and the kind of perfection that Virgo brings, because it's a different kind of perfection than you have. You tend to be very perfectionistic, but you are way stricter. You're a perfectionist on the level of character. You try to not make mistakes in hurting the ones that are close to you. That's a different kind of perfectionism than Libra. Libra just want things to go smoothly. Season of smoothness. Let's see what's coming up for you. We start out with the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords, it's a nice card to see here with you, Scorpio. To break your water with fire is a good action to take in Virgo season right now. I have to do something about the fly. I'm very sorry. Wait a second. Very sorry about the interruption, but after the fly there came a wasp. So I feel like if something is inhibiting you, if something is in your way, it's getting worse. But we start out with the Knight of Swords, and the Knight of Swords is good. That's the kind of energy that I just brought to the place with. Be gone, fly and wasp, and take some action about it. Take some action about the things that are not working out for you. Because if I had tried to just live with the fly through this reading, it would have interrupted it all the time, I promise you. So if you go back, you will see me being distracted by that little fly. And then we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is somebody who really knows that they live in abundance. They know how to cater to their own needs, to the needs of his people. He really knows that when summer is there, it is also time to harvest. So whatever you can bring into the safe zone right now. Early harvest makes winter a little easier because you feel like you're on the safe side. So if there's something where you can save up, that would be a good moment. We have another fly in here. I think I'm going crazy. I'm not sure. If it's interrupting us, I will... Wait a second. So sorry. The fly is gone now. And if there are any new ones, I will just start over the recording. I don't know what's going on. I'm very sorry. But on the contrary to the situation, what's coming up is the ultimate family card. So what I feel like, Scorpio, while things are in your way, please take the time to pause and enjoy whatever is good for you. So really take some time to spend with family, with loved ones. There's a message in here, and I think the message is don't overdo it. Take time in Virgo season to calm down a little bit. I think if you've watched the general reading for all signs, you know that there is the part of being very productive and there's also the part of resting. And I think you are the sign that especially needs to rest. Ooh, what's coming up here? Yeah, King of Cups. King of Cups is not the most action-filled king out there. It's the king that really sits and goes into introspection. And you are dealing very well with introspection. Since this is the king that sits on water, so his feet are really touching the water, I feel like this is very much your forte. This is what you do best, is to just look at things and analyze them. And I think Virgo season really wants you to look at certain things that have been repeating. And I see another wasp out there. You cannot come in here. You can't. Then we have the Ace of Wands, sudden energy spurts. When I talk about resting and the universe was like, nah, I'm not making this reading easy for you. Maybe this month isn't altogether really easy for you. It's not very clear, so all the messages that I'm getting are contradictory. Very confusing reading, Scorpio, very confusing. So the Ace of Wands is out of nowhere, you're being like asked to jump into action. Let's see, 2 cards out. What are we talking about? We're talking about, well, this is marriage. This is the harmonious family card. The second one that is up here, one is with wands, the other one is with cups. Again, we're moving back into that safe family zone. That again, the mother topic is up here. So this is the safe mother, the safe resting, the feeling a security, being stable. All of this is either something you strive for or something that you're being given. And since the Magician is coming up next, which is really funny because every single sign and reading up till now has had the Magician in it, makes me think that you could make very good use of Virgo season if you look at it from the point of magic. And magic as in positive thinking. I'm not too much into manifestation per se because that's a word that gets thrown around a lot and half of the people do not understand what they're talking about. When I talk about manifesting, I talk about trusting yourself, your ideas, your path, and also trusting that everything that comes is for the greater good, even if it's a fly or a wasp or another fly and hopefully not another wasp. These are tools that are given to you so that you can work on. This season around, something is given to you that you can make use of. I'm not saying you have to because it's still your choice what you do with it. Another king. Another king. Are we feeling very royal, Scorpio? There's only one more king, and that is the King of Swords, and that's probably the king that we don't want to see. Every nice king is up here. After the Magician, having the King of Wands is really from the unmanifested, magic making, positive thinking, trusting, believing, to the King of Wands is like, it's there so quickly. So whatever idea you had, it's there. The kind of idea that's coming up is something that solves a problem that you have had for a longer time and that has been on your mind and taking away energy because you were so busy thinking about it, and all of a sudden now there's the solution. Now it's there. Okie dokie. So after the King of Wands, I would suggest to rest. I would suggest that this is the phase of Virgo season where you say, okay, enough work. You really did a lot. That dude built up 9 wands from the ground. Great work, but a little exhausted. So the thing is to keep the cup full and to rejuvenate and to regenerate. I feel every sign so far has had that message around the same time. So I feel like this is from the 18th to the 20th, around something there. There is a point where you really should rest. And then we have the Temperance card. As soon as your energies return after rejuvenation, it's not advisable to spend all your energy so fast, even though you might be enthusiastic and motivated, and after Libra season it's your season, so you already feel that kind of Scorpio vibes coming up. Temperance, you still have to go through Libra, and Libra is all about keeping balance. Be aware of that and also prepare for that. Keep your emotions at check. Spend some time near water or spend some time with people who make you feel balanced. Scorpio, if you do not have anybody who makes you feel balanced, and that's a hard thing to do for you, to have somebody who makes you feel balanced, because you are so vast, you're so deep, And if you do not feel understood, you feel very, very, very alone. People want to help you and people want to understand you, but they have a hard time feeling what you're feeling because you're a little reclusive. You're not showing too much of yourself and your pain. You don't like that. That's like giving away secrets of your soul, and you feel like you're betraying yourself. If you talk too much to other people about your pains, you feel like, yeah, you're breaking your own soul contract. There's something there that's just hindering you to really be open and honest about your darker feelings, especially if it's got to do with other people. You have a hard time communicating that, and so you really feel alone for a moment there. But going into Libra season, you must not focus on your emotional roller coaster. Make use of that even if you feel alone, and just practice what you're good at. There is your work, your projects, and if I'm talking about projects, that's something that doesn't have to be in work, but it's just something that is your heart calling. It's time for you to really dive into that. If you haven't been drawing for quite some weeks and that's something you like to do, now is a good time to practice that skill. It will come to you very easily. Something about skills, languages, learning something new, probably learning something that is hard for you. For me, that would be accounting, because I'm not really good at that. The drive from Virgo season, the whole motivation that you get from the Ace of Wands and all these kings and the Magician card, all of this gives you the stamina to learn something new that you really can use for the later seasons. Yes, so that has been your reading. Let's look at the cards as I see them. Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the reading. Here we are. Let's look at the cards in detail. So we start off the season quite fiery, quite action-filled, I feel like you're already in action from the last season. So I feel like Leo season has really given you the fire, and as you're moving into Virgo season, that fire is still on and it's still working. So we transition from the fire to something that is a little bit more earthy. The King of Pentacles is somebody who really sees and knows what it takes to live in the summer, who really loves autumn, and who knows that getting through winter while not starving is key. When you're out and about, don't forget to put some coins here and there into your bank account, save up for winter. This is what I feel this card is calling for. Even though, you know, you might have your eyes on something that you want to have. Yes, get it, but also know that you have to save up for winter. And then to calm you down and to bring down that kind of fiery energy, I feel like it's really good to use September and the sun, the last sun, that really is the month where you are particularly aware that this is the last month where summer is here. So this is September, is the slow death of summer. And you really know how to make use of that, how to spend your time outside, how to catch the last rays of warm sunlight. Make use of this. On the other hand, from grounding to your forte, your power, which is emotional introspection. This is one of the three kings that you have in your reading here. And it really is a time, 2 or 3 days, where you just sit and introspect in what the year has been. We talk again about the death of summer. And after that, you may get some ideas about things that you still want to get done this year, and you also get the energy for that. So if there's something you want to build, something you want to have in the garden, something that you would want to do that requires a summer feeling, that requires sunshine, that requires summer essentially, this is where you work on that and you get the energy to bring it about. Next family card up, next marriage card up. So either you're being invited to be more sociable, to celebrate with others, or it's you being invited to celebrate your summer. Really say goodbye to it, celebrate it, maybe sit in the garden, have a picnic, be out there and just celebrate what you have at the moment before autumn comes in. Because Scorpio, you tend to love autumn and winter, But on the other hand, there's this kind of strange feeling of nostalgia and kind of sadness when summer leaves as well. So this is where you really say thank you to all the sunshine that you received in this year, and you move towards the magician. You become the one who makes magic. And in magic, I mean very, very, very trustful and positive thinking towards the things that you want to bring about in the end of the summer. It's going to work out. Because next up is the King of Wands, and the King of Wands knows how to bring things into action. He knows how to manifest. You know how I use the word manifest, but he's the one who builds things. He's the one who brings things about. And he does it easily and with great vision. And I feel that is what's going on for you too. And after you put in a lot of work, you're a bit tired, and take some rest. Really look at what you've built. Look at the dude here. The dude looks at all the wands, all the trees that he has basically planted. Maybe you even wanna plant a tree. It's not like we don't need it at the moment, but look at it. Look at what all you have created within the recent month or months, and be very aware how hard your work was. You might feel like you get some new energies, you are motivated again to work and do something, but the Temperance card says, well, hold it for a minute, hold your horses. Don't use all 10 of them, maybe just use 5, so that you're not over exhausting yourself. There's still work to do in Libra season, but keep some of that sunshine, keep some of that summery energy for yourself so you may get through the darker seasons. Scorpio, this is a card that I get with you quite often. It's the feeling of really nobody gets me, nobody takes care of me like I take care of them. Emotionally, nobody goes as deep, nobody dares to go as deep. Maybe Pisces, if you have some Pisces friends, they might get you. But this is really the feeling of isolation, of not being part of the whole community thing. This to me is the contrast card to this one here or this one here. So, why could this come up? Is there something where you have expectations that you did not voice? Is there an expectation how others should act towards you and you didn't say it? Maybe this is the point where you can have an honest conversation with somebody where you feel like they left you alone. And then use that kind of time before you go into Libra season to really look at the skills that you could improve, something that is not absolutely easy to you, but something that you know you need for the upcoming seasons, and really work on that. It will be very, very, very rewarding later on. Okay, Scorpio, that has been your reading. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to have a private reading, please take a look at the link below to my homepage. You will find everything there. This reading goes for sun, moon, and rising. If you want to know what your moon and rising are, there are a couple of calculators out there for free that you can look at. But if you want to have a detailed birth chart, that is something that I'm offering as well in my shop. Okay, I think that was it, and I will talk to you in Libra season. Bye-bye.